Welcome back, guys. This is Twisted Conversations. This is our holiday episode for Thanksgiving, and we got our got my co-host back, Jason. He's been sick. How you doing, Jason?
Doing a lot better now. The voice is still a little messed up, but hey, I'm back in the business. I'm happy to be back here with you.
Good,
I hated
good.
missing that last conversation, but after listening to it, you did a wonderful job on it.
I think Austin did a really good job.
Oh yeah, it was a great conversation, great interview. I loved it.
It was a little bit off topic from the first one. You know, we did gaming on our pilot episode, and we had Steve in, but I think just to let everybody know, we're going to do various subjects, and we're going to try to have as many different guests on here. We're not going to try to be just straight cut and dry with one subject, because I think it gets really boring. You can only talk about one subject so long.
I agree. Then it gets really like just nonchalant, where it's not even entertaining to listen to anymore.
But we're going to go from comedy. We're going to go to some serious subjects, and we kind of have a roadmap of what we're going to be doing here in the next couple of months. And I think we're going to have some good stuff cooking for you guys. So I enjoy seeing the feedback. I enjoy seeing all the listeners. And Jason, as I told you earlier, we have people across the ocean listening to us now.
It's crazy. I saw Israel, Czechoslovakia, or however you say it.
Yep,
I'm
yep,
sorry, I struggle with that word,
yeah,
but it's amazing. It really is.
yep. And
Canada.
New York, New York likes us. It seems like.
Yep, I'm really happy about that. Shocked me as well.
Yeah,
Biggest listener so far
but
in the U.S. anyways.
I enjoy anybody listening to us. And if you guys are listening, and don't be afraid to comment on anything, and we appreciate the input. But let's get down to business. I'm sure everybody likes Thanksgiving. I know it's probably my favorite holiday.
Same, honestly, especially as a grown up now. It's just a lot of good cooking, a lot of old fashioned time with your family. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, I find it more social than Christmas. I think Christmas, in my opinion, is more of a stressful holiday.
It definitely is, especially when it comes to like money, because everybody's all about the gifts nowadays. They
Yeah,
don't care about the family time. Once they get their gifts, eat, they're normally gone.
yeah, and in my opinion, I think the whole gift thing. I mean, people shouldn't be going out being broke. And pay your bills, guys. Don't be worrying about somebody needing a gift. If it's $2 gift, the thought counts more than the price tag, in my opinion.
Exactly. That's what I grew up on. Family, you struggle sometimes. That's just how it is. So you
Oh yeah,
have to understand, love what you get, no matter what you get, because it's your family ultimately that comes down to it. You have
yep,
to love your family.
for sure. So, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh, I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. My buddy Alex, he actually came with me this year. We went up to Nelsonville. That's where my family's at, anyways, up in Ohio. We have, I think, about 40 or 50 people in the household eating. It's crazy. We have four different gigantic tables.
Nice.
It's a lot of people. The house
Yeah,
has wood burner. Wood burner's off because all that body heat warms up the whole house.
yeah. I grew up with wood heat, and
I love it.
it's nice. It's good heat. A lot of people aren't used to that, but it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah,
But
a lot of hard work.
yeah, it's definitely a lot of hard work. But it's good heat. Keeps your house warm. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I remember coming back from the plastics factory and chopping up trees and all that stuff just to keep me and my dad warm.
Yep.
Have to do what you gotta do.
Yep, it definitely humbles you, and you have pride in it.
Almost definitely.
And yeah, my Thanksgiving wasn't too bad. I just recently bought a house and hosted my first Thanksgiving and had everybody over.
Heck
It
yeah.
was a success in my opinion. I enjoyed it.
What's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Everybody goes on about turkeys and stuff, but I really like a broccoli casserole. I like
Ooh.
a good broccoli casserole. My grandmother she had a great recipe, and thank goodness I have it. So now that's what I make. I'm usually always here recently. I'm over making the bird, and yeah, I always make sure that I have a big dish of broccoli casserole.
You
That's one
have
of my
to.
favorites.
I don't blame you. Broccoli casserole's always good. I also love a casserole, but mine's corn casserole. My aunt, she
Yeah,
makes amazing corn casserole.
yeah.
I love it.
And I'll tell you right now, I'm a straight fiend for stuffing,
Oh God, yeah, you have to go for stuffing,
and
dude.
I
Now, do you like stovetop or homemade?
I don't care what it is, stovetop. I don't care if it's 6 boxes in a plate. We're gonna be stuffed,
I don't
okay?
blame you. I mean,
And
I love that stuff. My aunt, she makes homemade. Sometimes I prefer stuff like box stuff that we make at home, but at the same time, I love hers because it has a whole different
Oh yeah, yeah,
taste to it. It's
yeah. There's
awesome.
definitely a difference in the box and the homemade. I'm all right with stovetop. It's a classic. It's a go-to. Fun fact: I went to somebody's Thanksgiving one time and was walking around, looking at the spread,
Yeah.
getting in the little appetizer dishes they had, and I noticed that nobody was making stuffing.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude,
there
that's
was
like
no stuffing at this Thanksgiving dinner, and I'll be honest, I snuck out of there. Luke Skywalker just snuck out,
you have to because
and
if they don't have stuffing, which is the trademark for Thanksgiving, can you really trust them?
no, no, you
Exactly.
can't. And you know, Walmart might close on Thanksgiving, but Dollar General, they are some OGs. They are all about the money.
Oh
And
yeah.
I walked in there at the local Dollar General, and they had stovetop stuffing, and I bought 4 boxes of stovetop
Four
stuffing, and we had
boxes.
we had stuffing that holiday.
I love that. My dad, he used to get angry because our family does not do gravy for mashed potatoes. They make
What?
they make homemade noodles.
Well, I kind of had the same childhood growing up. We did homemade noodles. My grandma would make them and spread them out on the table. They'd be like 6 foot long noodles, and then she would cut them down into smaller noodles. And
You
yeah, that was a staple.
gigantic bed of flour.
Yep,
It's
yep,
crazy. I loved watching it being done.
yeah.
I don't know how to do it personally. I
When I was a little
forgot.
kid, I used to sneak around the edge of the table and yank the noodle off the table and just eat the raw noodle. I didn't care. It was good.
You were a fiend back then, weren't
I
you?
was, and but yeah, man, it's all good fun, man. That's where memories are made. And
I agree. It's amazing.
I'll tell you what. I think next year I'm going to deep fry a turkey.
Really?
Yes, I'm going to deep fry one.
You're gonna have to let me try some because I've never had deep fried turkey.
Deep fried turkey is way better than an oven turkey, in my opinion, if it's done right. But
You gotta be careful.
fun fact about this: that is the most leading cause of house fires is people deep frying turkeys.
I believe it because I've seen horrible videos on YouTube about it because people just do it unprofessionally or the string breaks as they're lowering the turkey down and it just makes a gigantic grease fire.
Well, you want to make sure the turkey's unthawed all the way. That helps. And when you're dropping the turkey down in that hot oil, you want to turn the flame off because when the flame's underneath the pot and the oil bounces out, it's going to catch on fire if it's at a certain temperature, and that's usually what happens. And,
Yeah, I
and,
never
and then
really
you
thought
get
about
then you
that.
see all these funny videos. These people, they're out there dipping these turkeys in hot oil and they're wearing flip flops. It doesn't work.
Oh, that's
It,
so
it's
dumb.
not it's not cool.
So stupid.
Put some boots on. So at least something
Yeah.
that'll cover your feet.
Yeah, so you don't get third-degree burns.
Yeah,
It's so
and
dumb.
don't be trying to deep fry your turkey in the garage, which I've known people to do that.
I would
And
not be shocked.
no fires, but that's a good way to burn your stuff down. And I'm usually always the one that stands by the door, ready to make my exit. I'm always somebody that looks for exits.
I mean, you have to, honestly, especially whenever it's something like that. You absolutely have to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And of course, Thanksgiving here in the state of West Virginia is buck firearm season. That's always a big deal. And the last 10 years, I've attended every one of them, and usually try to harvest at least 2 deer a year for my family, and make a lot of jerky and enjoy the harvest. And I think it's better than anything you can buy from the store, in my opinion.
I agree, especially on the rub. I love deer jerky. I don't get it very often, but I love it.
I'll make you some. I'm actually getting ready to make a batch.
Heck yeah, I look forward to it.
I'll make you some. I had some for when we were going to record again, and my daughter, she ate it all.
I don't blame her. I mean, it has to be good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I remember my one friend, he made a batch. He didn't like it. I loved it. To him, it's too salty.
It's so hard to mess up jerky.
Yeah, he was very
I've had
finicky.
some bad jerky before, and I'm still eating it. It's good stuff.
I just snatched it and I was like, yeah, I'll take this home. I was happy about it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But I'll tell you, high school, that was a big deal because Thanksgiving break was the weekend, the Friday when you got off school. That next week started the Thanksgiving break, and Monday was the first day of deer season for me. So that was always an exciting time, fun time to get out in the woods and bag a deer, take it home to the family. That's a big pride thing here in West Virginia
Most definitely, especially as a kid.
and Ohio, where you live. they're now into their firearm season, and Ohio just has nothing but big bucks.
Yeah, we got a lot of big bucks over there.
Yeah, they have some giant deer over there.
I don't personally hunt. I haven't hunted for a very long time. Just moving into town kind of hurt me.
Yeah,
I used to live out in the middle of nowhere, basically, and I can hunt on my own property. It's easy. But
yeah.
I know during Thanksgiving week, as you mentioned, whenever there's hunting season, I never saw my parents the whole entire week, basically, except for at night when they'd come home and cook. They'd always be out there like I think it was 5 a.m. because me and my sister would have to get on the bus just ourselves. It was fun though. I loved it.
Did you eat Did you eat any pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving?
I will say one thing. I feel like I'm a little bit of a disgrace on that part. I did not eat any sweets on Thanksgiving Day.
Really?
I don't know why. Just I was overstuffed already from the regular food, and I'm not a big sweets guy myself. So I naturally just I was like, whatever. I just couldn't.
They bought 3 boxes of pumpkin pie here, and nobody ate it.
Are you
So
serious?
I worked on 3 boxes of pumpkin pie for several days.
Oh, God,
I ran out of Ready Whip twice. You
Jesus,
gotta pile
dude.
it on, you know.
Yeah,
You gotta
I
pile
mean,
it on.
my dad he could not eat a pie without Ready Whip.
Really?
Yeah, that's how my dad was. We always made him a pumpkin pie every year, and that man would devour it before I even saw it. That's how bad it was.
Let me ask you this:
Huh?
what's the best way to fix a broken pumpkin?
I don't know.
Use a pumpkin patch.
You're such a dork.
Yeah, I know.
But
It's
it's
funny,
okay.
right? It's funny, right?
I mean, you are dad, so I expect dad jokes from you, so it
Yeah,
works
yeah.
out.
I got plenty of dad
I
jokes.
figure. I mean, you have to. It's like the rite of passage of being a dad, right?
Yeah. Uh,
I can only imagine when your daughter gets older, you're going to be embarrassing her in public with those dad jokes.
yeah.
You have to. I mean, it's just part of being a
I
dad.
still ain't got the white Reeboks yet, or well, not Reeboks, but white New Balances. I ain't got no pair of those. I got into the Croc world lately. That was some good stuff.
In my opinion, that's just as bad.
What?
I'm
The
not
Crocs,
big, I'm
dude.
not a
Check
big
these
fan of Crocs.
check these Crocs out, dude.
Okay,
Fleece
those are kind of
line, bro.
Okay, those are kind of
Fleece
cool.
line. All right, these are the Jerusalem Cruisers of Crocs. All right, take these things anywhere. It's even got the strap for 4-wheel drive mobility.
Now, how's it
Don't be-
work in the snow?
Don't hate. Oh, they're great. They're
Heck
great.
yeah, better
Great.
be.
Oh, they're good. Trust me.
Have you went hunting in them?
Yes,
Really?
I did once. Yes,
I'm kind of shocked about that. I'm not gonna lie.
yes, they're nice.
I mean, that's good then.
Yeah. So, Jason, cutting right back into it again. You work in retail,
I
and
sure do.
you was eyewitnessing to the Black Friday events.
Yep, I was the one. I stood guard at the door. Had to open up the doors. Surprisingly, I can definitely tell they've calmed it down ever since it was back in the day, where it used to be a lot of fist fights, barging in, and all that stuff. Nowadays, everybody are like one file line, just so calm. It's kind of not gonna lie, kind of disappointed me. I was looking forward to something.
Truly disappointing.
Yeah, I saw you there. I did.
Yeah, yeah. I was waiting for somebody to try to come at me at the bathhouse. Nobody
Oh,
did though.
yeah, I'm shocked at how many we had to do on that. I worked overnights that week. We sold, I think, record of 200 some bath towels. Is insane.
Yeah, yeah. I had the Jerusalem Cruisers on the fleece line Crocs. I had them locked in 4-wheel drive, ready to be mobile.
I think I actually noticed that.
I'm,
Whenever you walked away, I was like, man, he's in 4-wheel drive.
I'm telling you, since COVID, they've really knocked the excitement out of the Black Friday. Nobody wants to fight, man. I love watching people fight over 32-inch TVs and 70-inch TVs, and
It's entertaining.
it's un-American, man.
Yeah.
We need to bring back the fight to Black Friday, okay? All right, like it was hockey, Black Friday. That's where we got our fist fights, and we're not getting it now.
No, it's too timid. It's too calm.
Yeah,
I mean, the most I got was an argument with an old person asking how some piece of paper worked, how they had to go get it scanned, and that's how they bought the item. That's about it.
yeah.
Like,
Well,
that's nothing.
older people they don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind talking to
Yeah,
them about
yeah.
that.
That's just
so.
a part of the job.
Yeah, that's why I said it wasn't really an argument. They just
Yeah.
they got angry with me because they
Right.
had to wait a long line. That's about it.
Did you find any good deals?
I found a good deal on multiple TVs. I bought one TV. Just
Heck yeah.
why not?
Heck
I
yeah.
think they had a 55 inch down onto like a $98. That's normally 160.
Yeah.
So saving $70 almost.
I wasn't too impressed with the sales, at least from what I seen. I
Same.
It's just the stuff that I seen was like didn't really look like a sale to me. It was just like $5 off or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
what was the point in people getting up early for this?
I wish they would change up the sales a little bit. Like instead of having the same stuff every year, it
I'll tell
seems.
you what, I wish they had a sale on groceries.
Dude, that'd
Black
be
Friday
amazing.
groceries, man, we'd all be fighting to get in there.
That I think would legitimately cause a fist fight then.
You imagine taking like 3/4 of the price off a pack of T-bones?
Dude, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
Especially if you have deep freezer.
Oh yeah.
You
I
do,
would I
don't
would
you?
take advantage. The F-150 would be loaded to the brim, son.
I believe you'd be testing out your suspension then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's hard, dude.
That thing's got a 5.0 in it, man. That's bald eagles.
Yeah,
That's
you're
as America
set,
as it gets. You know, you drive a F-150.
You do have a really nice truck, honestly.
It is nice.
It's a very nice truck. But it's the price of the meat nowadays, dude, has skyrocketed since it ever has been.
Yeah. Hopefully stuff gets back to normal. But I think it's a little bit away from here. So
Yeah.
we will see.
One day I hope it drops, like you said. It'd be nice. Like the price of video games, dude. I remember whenever I was younger, the highest it got to was like $40. Now it's like 70.
Well, it
80.
used to be $60. I was always used to seeing a $50 to $60, and
That's
it
fair.
seems like since all the new gen stuff, it's $70. And
It's those graphics, which I understand a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah, they take a lot more work. I didn't see a lot of games, any good games on sale really.
No, not ones I haven't played.
Right, right. And anymore, the Microsoft and like Sony, they have their own little exclusive sales on the digital stores, and they're almost better than just going to the store and getting the physical.
In all honesty, I think they're way better because
Yeah.
they dropped down. Like I saw a couple on PlayStation that went 90% off, and they're decent
Yeah,
games.
yeah, I've seen a few.
So I made sure I definitely nabbed a couple of those. Like I saw Red Dead was like 75% off. Dude, that's insane. Going from
Yeah,
$60 down to like 12.
I picked it up.
Oh, you did?
I got it on my PlayStation, even though I've got it on the Xbox. I got it on the PC. And now I got it on the PlayStation.
I don't blame you. It's such an amazing game, which we already talked about.
Yeah, we
that,
already
but,
talked about
but
that.
it's an amazing game.
Yeah.
But
But
you gotta
I'll
take
tell you
advantage.
what, man. I love hearing Arthur Morgan on that horse. He's like, "You're all right, boy."
I
Or he's
love it.
like, "You're all right, girl."
I was actually doing my job in retail today. A name popped up, A. Morgan. I instantly thought of Arthur Morgan.
Heck yeah.
I loved it. There's
Heck
a
yeah.
lot of different ones out there, but I can't really speak about them, of course, a whole lot. But Arthur Morgan, A. Morgan, that's the one that I look forward to whenever I see it because I think instantly of Red Dead.
Yeah.
This is how it
I'll
is.
tell you what, man. We need to take a road trip when they start doing the Red Dead events like they had in South Dakota.
Yeah,
I'm hoping they're gonna have one a little closer to us.
that'd be sweet.
And yeah, they did it in Deadwood. I think it was in South Dakota. I
Really?
think that's where it was. It was Deadwood, the town of Deadwood. I think it was what it was called. But they had all the cast there, and it was like a weekend event. And people could do signings, and everybody was cosplaying. I wouldn't cosplay, but I definitely would like to meet them all. That's just,
What's wrong? You don't want to dress up as a cowboy?
I mean, I don't know. Cosplay is just not my thing.
I guess not.
Hey, I used to LARP. I used to do a little bit of
So,
LARPing.
so
you
you
know?
are a nerd, but you're not
Yeah, a
that
little
type
bit
of
of live
nerd.
action role playing. It
Yeah.
all started when I was fishing at a lake, and I seen these guys doing all kinds of technical moves with foam swords. And I was like, this looks kind of cool. And I went over and joined them, and then I just started LARPing a little bit one summer. But they kind of all disbanded, and I don't know whatever happened to them.
Probably
But
got real jobs.
probably did. Probably
Honestly.
did, honestly.
But I mean that it doesn't sound too bad. I'd probably do it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, had to put the foam sword down for a paycheck.
Yeah, but it's okay. Now I get to throw Steven around in the ring every once in a while.
Yeah.
I did a move called the buckle bomb. Basically, picked him up on my shoulders and threw his butt into the corner. It actually kind of hurt him a little bit. I felt bad afterwards. He had a gigantic bruise down his ribs.
Aw.
Yeah, he's a little soft. It's okay though.
Womp womp. But yeah, I think it's gonna wrap up our little festive Thanksgiving episode. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving and everybody got along. We didn't have no drunk uncle starting any kind of drama.
You gotta have a drunk uncle.
Well, everybody's got a
has one.
drunk uncle, but
Yeah.
yeah, I hope everybody got home safe and traveled across the country, and I just hope everybody had a good holiday.
Got their full or fill. I mean, I should say of
Yeah.
food. I mean, You never should come home from Thanksgiving hungry.
If you do, it's your own fault.
Exactly, because there's always plenty of food to fill yourself up.
Yep. But all right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.